In the gospel this evening, we encounter a beautiful discussion between Jesus and a scribe. I say this encounter is beautiful because it speaks of or reminds us of what I think is the most important thing to each and every one of us, whether we are ready to receive it or not, and that is love. Jesus is saying to this man that our ability to uphold the first and the second commandment is far much more important than anything that we can think of or any other thing that we may consider to be important. Because if we look at these two commandments, if we are able to fulfill the both, we are sure that we therefore cover the rest of the commandments. Because if you follow the first commandment, already you cover the second and the rest, because you are loving God. You are acknowledging God to be the Lord. And if you love your neighbor as yourself, you are also fulfilling the rest of the commandments, and including the six chief precepts of the church. Because as a human being, you cannot love and hate at the same time. You cannot love and wish for someone else's at the same time. You cannot love and be jealous at the same time. You cannot love and kill at the same time. You cannot love and steal at the same time. You cannot love and then violate the other commandments at the same time. So we learn in a special way today that our only way, or the only way for us to live life to the fullest, to actually bring Christ into the world, we are called to love, and to love without reserve. This love story goes back to the beginning of time, when God, who is love, chose to love us. We didn't choose him, he chose us. And the fact that we find ourselves in this space at this time is another manifestation of his love for us, blessing us, giving us life, giving us opportunities, allowing us the grace to be in his presence here at Mass. So he continues to love us, and his love does not end. The problem comes when we on the other side have to now reciprocate that love. We are the ones who falter in this relationship. We are the ones who make this love relationship difficult, because we always find ourselves walking away from this love relationship and choosing to love that which is in the world. And a reminder has to come to us that while we are in the world, we are not of the world. We are in the world, but time is going to come when we have to now go back to the one who loves us. My question as I conclude is this: what do you think, how do you think you are going to be received at that time? Are you going to be looked at with love because this love relationship continued to exist even while you were still in the world? Or your loved one, who is your creator, is going to look at you and see a stranger because you had spent most of your time focusing on the demands of the world and forgetting that there's going to be a time for you to leave them all behind and go to your loved one. So I say, my dear people, with all of my heart that is filled with love for you, let us always consider love. Let us always choose to love. Let us always give love another chance. Because it is only through love that we will live life to the fullest here on earth, and in the afterlife, the fullness of love will be the reality of our eternity.